Good evening, guys. Hope all of you are at home and doing great yourself, feeling safe. Today we are here to talk about something which I get to hear a lot. Like a friend of mine wrote, he is managing a team of 32 members, and he says that I'm getting crazy, getting calls from them a day in day out, and my WhatsApp lists are filled with messages and with some weird questions which are pretty uncomfortable to answer and pretty difficult to say or reply. Now, to be very honest, this is a situation which calls in for a utmost leadership skill. That gave me a thought like. What would be the two main characteristics of true leaders in time of crisis? So, if it is asked to me, like as to what would you consider the two main characteristics true leaders should display or demonstrate rather in terms of crisis, I would lay a lot of emphasis on empathy, absolutely empathy, and self awareness. Now, to elaborate on this, what is empathy? We all know that. But what is empathy in terms of leaderships when it comes to leaders to practice empathy? See, the main thing is people in the long run, they forget what you say to them, or even they forget what they have said to you, and what you have during a meeting what you have said, or during a review what you have said. People do forget that and the main thing is but people never forgets how you have made them feel, like a communication which has been a two way, which has been in a way to impart knowledge or to understand the scope of improvement is a different scenario. But the way you made somebody feel in your team as a leader, or as a manager or a team manager or a team head or as a supervisor, the main thing is over the period of working, the way you have made them feel, they will never forget those things, like how you have made them feel on certain scenarios while you were working. So it is, I would rather say it is very difficult situation for the leaders, because leaders are in a position wherein they are always judged. Okay, now the way you communicate, the way you give a feedback will obviously be remembered if they are in a very educative way, in a very knowledge imparting way. But seldom the scenarios are such that we a lot of times do fail to maintain that level of calm, or a friendly nature, or a very open environment. Now, but the thing is, people generally understands whether this there is a scope of improvement, whether this feedback which has been given by you is for their improvement or whatsoever. But then the main thing is, people even when they have left their job, I can say you, because I had the scope of working with both the kind of leaders, the blaming kind and the encouraging kind, the motivating kind, and the teaching kind. I can tell you from my last work experience that I used to report to the director, and till date I would say that I literally wish everybody has a boss or somebody reporting authority like that, because 3 years that I have worked with this organization, I have learned a lot. I mean, I remember all those days when I used to call up mid of night, because we were working with the US clients. So I used to call up sir and say, sir, this is a situation and this is something which is beyond control and which is pretty chaotic. Now the first thing that he always used to say is, Sanjay, you please go to the cafeteria, have a glass of water, and call me after 5 minutes. Okay, and or you go and have a cup of coffee, and then you call me after 10 minutes. Now the thing is, I never used to understand why he used to do that, but later on, I understood that when at the heat of a moment when I was giving a call to him, he understood that I was not in a mindset, or my mind frame was not in a solving mode. I mean, wherein I would be able to work on the problem and solve to provide a solution to either my team members or the clients that we were serving. Now we were working with a couple of very sensitive US clients, and our softwares were pretty sensitive, and the work type was also very sensitive. I mean, it used to impact productivity, it will impact revenue generation, it will impact the manpower. So the turnaround time, the escalations and everything, was a lot of pressure was there, a lot of steam, I would rather say. So the moment I used to give a call, I mean, whether it was operational or whether it was internal operational, then he used to always say, Sanjay, go and have a glass of water and give me a call after 5 minutes. Now he immediately he then used to say, when I used to give a call, he immediately used to say, now tell me what is the situation. And after I have told everything, he used to say, okay, I understand the situation, I understand everything that you have explained to me, all the information that you have given to me, and now let me ask you, if you are in a position, in my position, you are asking for a solution from me, okay, you start thinking for next half an hour that you are in my position, okay, you are the director of the company, and if you are asking me for a solution, if you were the director, what would you have done? What solution would have provided to your manager? Now that was pretty difficult scenario, because to picturize yourself into that position and to think like that person used to be very difficult. But honestly speaking, over the time span of 3 years, I learnt a lot. I learnt strategic thinking. I learnt a detailed analysis way to look into a situation the way it is. I mean, whether it is grave, whether it is it's pretty bad or it's not that pretty bad. I was able to analyze. I was able to come out with a solution. Yes, maybe 100% it was not my solution, but still I used to give at least 60%, and then sir used to add his input and say, see, this is what I wanted you to do. See, you are in a position wherein you should be making the decision yourself. So that made me feel always like that I was not actually reporting to a boss. I mean, honestly speaking, 3 years, I never felt like I was reporting to a boss. I always felt like, even today, even when I go to any seminar or workshops, I keep on telling people that, I always used to feel that I was, reporting to a teacher, and that he was teaching me something, the policies, the operational skills and everything. So, see, when you are a leader, empathy is a very required skill, because leaders who are genuinely empathetic and concerned for the needs of those whom they represent will obviously come across to all its team members in a very honest and authentic and sincere way. And people understand that you cannot fake it. I mean, you cannot fake honesty, you cannot fake your sincerity, you cannot fake your authentic approach towards understanding one's problem. So people understands whether you're faking it or whether you are genuinely into it. And when they find that you are genuinely into a thinking mode, you generally understand, you are generally concerned about them, well, that makes them feel pretty safe, I would say, pretty safe, and they feel pretty taken care of. I mean, that makes a lot of difference when it comes to their productivity, because when the next time you ask them to get something done, or when there is a situation wherein it's difficult, they obviously go extra mile. And they obviously deliver. So empathy is one of the biggest, I would say, characteristics of true leaders, which can, with the current situation, I can say that with the current situation, it is now a time when your team members are looking towards you for a safe zone. They are looking for a time wherein it doesn't mean that they needs to be comforted. It means that they are looking for a support, they are looking for a a mental support, wherein they because a lot of questions are there. Past 2 days I've been telling, people are thoughtful about their job, people are thoughtful about losing their job, people are concerned about loss of pay, cut off pay, being laid off. So when they call you, or when they write a mail to you, or when they WhatsApp you, even maybe at very odd hours, I believe being a true leader, it is one of your responsibility to take care of their mental health also, because in the coming days they will be only working with you. So your productive, cumulative productive output, or the outcome, is a combination of their outcome also. So if today you are standing by them, you are being empathetic, you are being concerned about them, genuinely concerned about them, and they understand that, and I can trust, you can trust 100% on this, that next time when you are looking for a difficult mission or a difficult assignment to be solved, they would be the people who would be delivering their 100%. Uh, coming to the second best characteristics that true leaders should demonstrate during this time of chaos and pandemic is self-awareness. What does self-awareness means in terms of leadership? See, true leaders are not afraid of the situation. I mean, they understand the situation much better than the other team members or others. So they do not ignore their responsibility. Self-awareness means the true leaders understands their true feelings, their true emotions, which is going inside their mind also. I mean, there are a lot of managers, there are a lot of directors also who are exactly afraid, just like their team members also, about losing their job, about being laid off, about being asked to leave also. So those kind of situations, those kind of situations are in your directors or are in your manager's mind also. So what means is, true leaders, they do take care of their own emotions also before communicating to their team. See, if a true leader is feeling scared themselves about losing their job, the person cannot go up to the team members and encourage them and make them feel very positive. That's very true. Okay, so what the true leaders do is, they are completely aware of their emotions, because see, they need to keep their emotions in check, because if they lose their cool, they cannot be guiding the team members. If they cannot guide the team members, what will happen is, immediately there will be wrong messages, which will be spread across the team. Okay, so the team members, your team members would be afraid. If you are afraid, your team members obviously would be scared. I mean, if being the director or if being the team manager, you are afraid, you say that I am afraid of losing my own job, well, they feel completely insecure. They will obviously completely feel insecure. So true leaders demonstrates self-awareness in times of crisis. Like a time of crisis is this only. So you should be aware of your emotions before communicating with your team members. So that's all I believe. I mean, this too makes anybody a great leader, and anybody who's into a leading position. For all those, I can see Chinmay is watching, all the friends of mine who are live and watching. You guys are all handling teams, and you have wonderful teams with you. Don't forget that this is a team with whom you have worked for years. They have been working on difficult assignments, on difficult consignments along with you. They have been delivering the result, and along with your leadership only. So today, if you are along with them, trust me, tomorrow they are going to be with you, and together you guys can achieve a lot of more difficult assignments, and lot of situations which will require teamwork. So if you are standing for your team today empathetically, being self-aware about that situation, and communicating very sincerely your genuine feeling, your genuine feedback, and your assurance, and how you make your team members feel, they will remember for years. I mean, that is something that they will remember, and they will practice also. Let's not forget, when today you are leading them, okay, tomorrow or in couple of years they will be having their own team. Today what you teach them, what they learn from you, the empathy, the self-awareness, the practicing of self-awareness and empathy, what they learn from you, tomorrow they are going to practice the same with their team members. Now what is going to happen is that team might be a micro team under your main team. So what you are doing today is going to impact your organization and your team in a long run. Your team and a team within your team and a sub team, like the way the operational hierarchy works. So today if you are practicing empathy, today if you are practicing self awareness, tomorrow together you can create a wonderful organizational behavior, a wonderful organization wherein everybody has a work life balance. So with that note, today I leave you with this question. Like, I would like to hear what you think about two main characteristics of leaders which puts down any team member from delivering their 100%. I repeat again, what are the two main characteristics or behavior that you have experienced in your professional life which has made you feel unproductive or which has stopped you from being productive? Okay, so with that note, stay at home, keep safe, and have a wonderful life ahead. Take care. We meet tomorrow again. Bye bye.